Show. I have a strong feeling about this game. They are going to go on the aggro.
Oh yes, as always, NXL are an extremely aggressive team. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to be able to pull out here on the defense. They are known for taking these tough angles and fighting it all out until the bitter end. It'll be interesting to see if they can make that work here or not.
Right, and it's going to be really exciting to see the final score sheet for this matchup. Is it going to be a close game or an absolute stomp from either of these teams? But right now, we know SMG very strong on the pistol rounds, usually will win one or two quickly from the get-go, and right now it seems that they are gunning for a B site push, but they have 3 members right now onto A. But look at this, the classic aggression from NXL pushing in up in close corners. Nats gets JdFaker and ZesBeeW onto Nats.
Yeah, it's traded back down to this 4 versus 4. It's going to be an interesting take to see if they do decide to go towards flipzjder. flipzjder is aggressive and he likes to play with these pistols. There's a chance he could be able to do some good work here on his own, but it looks like the aggression will be starting to make its way towards B, which this isn't all too great for the side of NXL because they're rotating off. This could be a big issue. vascalizz, only man standing towards this B site. They got to rotate quick if you're NXL. There's not much you're going to be able to do on your own.
Most definitely, and look at that. It is a 4v4, but SMG right now just closing in on B side. Classic, that's what we got. The tailwind from ZesBeeW gets that early pick of vascalizz with the stapler gun, aka the frenzy. Noisy boy closing in, so just very closely, just hitting those close quarters right now. Going for the flashpoint, unfortunately. Will be waiting for the rest of his teammates before pushing in.
Yep, this is a 3 versus 4 retake. It's going to be difficult because ZesBeeW is there and he's got a 3K to his name. 2 men standing now for NXL. Have to make their way onto the site oh so delicately because their HP is getting grinded down to low. There's not much that you're going to be able to do in this situation. LEXY finds one. Noisy boy able to trade it back though. Brings it down to a 1 versus 3. Not much that you can really hope for at this HP. And this smoke will give him away. ZesBeeW will finish him off. A 4K for Zes. Brings it to the first round for SMG.
And again, you know, classic textbook play from the side of SMG. Closing in on the pistol rounds. Always capitalizing on those. Gets their economy from the get-go. Wonderful push, though, on the side of NXL through a main. But fortunately, did not follow through. Didn't pick off a couple of the other members in SMG. And look at that. ZesBeeW almost got an ace there. But LEXY just behind him. And that's what we love to see. Back-to-back duelists just stepping up. And right now, NXL looking to secure this round. It will be important for NXL to win round number 2, not only economy-wise, but momentum-wise. We know that SMG, once they get these 2 rounds from the get-go, they usually win the succeeding rounds and hold up a phenomenal lead. SMG is known to play well on ASCENT, not really on the aggressive side, but usually they start with a big lead and make their way from there. Going up against Team Sharper, unfortunately, they lost that one. But regardless, they did hold a solid lead before losing in the latter rounds.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see how they play. SMG are taking this B aggressively. They're making their way over there now, but they gotta be careful. The rotates are going to come through thick and fast because they've gained the information that's needed for NXL. 4 players are starting to make their way over here. This is going to be tough. Egoist going to be the first one out towards the site. Needs to find these shots. He's going to know that there's at least one here. JdFaker finds that one. falfalfal good for one. A Noisy Boy. It's opening it straight on up for the side of NXL. Down to 2 players. The shots aren't good out. budimeisteR and flipzjder is annihilated as well. A flawless round for Team SMG with a second round picked up.
Wonderful play in the side of SMG, capitalize on their weapons, and again, this is what I told you, important, very important for them to win round number 2. Right now, going for the full buy. If we can have a little bit of a tab to our production team, thank you so much, perfect timing. Look at this SMG right now, they only have Egoist going for that Phantom, but full buy on the side of NXL, they have no choice to gate. This is the usual setup for the side of NXL. But SMG, Spectres up close range, Bulldogs are really lethal when you get those headshots, 115 damage. But oh, there we go! Nats gets the kill already on ZesBeeW. The perfect spray can end their day. But right now, pushing in forward, SMG closing in on site, back-to-back kills. budimeisteR on LEXY, but Nats right now, 3K for Nats. Almost gets the 4K, but Egoist finishes him off. And Egoist, spray down from the BlastX Phantom works wonderfully. And only 2 versus 1 left. Egoist low on health.
Yeah, you don't particularly want to go through that window either. That's going to give away a lot of sound cues. You're starting to make your way around the site, up towards heaven, up towards scaffolding. If you can find this first pick on the Noise Boy, you'll be in much better shape. Nicely done. That brings things down into a 1 versus 1. You're 7 HP, though. And they got to know your position now. flipzjder starting to re-evaluate where he needs to head, because the spike's on site.
Right, I'm not sure if
do they know the spike's on site?
Exactly, I'm not sure if flipzjder knows that the spike has been left in A, and Egoist here possibly waited for flipzjder to move through
this
the
isn't
back.
great. The timing isn't going to be brilliant here.
Exactly. Look at that.
Peeks her door, he'll be able to find this kill. Ooh.
Right.
30 seconds left.
This
would
is
have been
about
better
to
if
be
he
really
dropped
tough.
down the turret.
That noise should have been made. There it is. flipzjder heard that. He knows that this is on A site. He knows the spike is picked up as well. Fake plank comes on out. Ooh, that turret's going to give away a bit of location. The time's running out. Being played very safely. And Egoist came from behind. Nicely done. A 4K for Egoist. The clutch is assembled. And the 3rd round is picked up by the side of SMG.
That was great on the side of Egoist. You know, the only one in his team to rack up a Phantom, and it worked wonderfully for him. And right now, everyone in this team, full array of weapons. NXL, 0 on their scoreboard, going for the eco. They do not want to risk going up against Vandals. And Phantoms right here and there, and perfectly on the side of Egoist. Possibly one of his best clutches thus far, and with 7 HP.
Yeah, that was a clutch to remember, definitely. But we're coming into the next now. SMG, they have the advantage coming into this one, and LEXY is really opening things up. flipzjder is eliminated. That'll be the man advantage gained for the side of SMG, and they're going to be looking to push this even further. This attacking side has been extremely kind to them. They really want to get this force under their belt at this point.
Definitely have to agree with you on that. And even though the score sheet is a little bit big of a lead for the side of SMG here, NXL can still rebound these plays. Nats here with a perfect angle, but unfortunately only has a sheriff, so it would take a miracle to one-tap all 3 of those members. Goes for the recon wall. It's a very wonderful position, just down there in Garden. Denying entry for them. Shock darts. Oh, right in his face! Nats gets ZesBeeW, but Egoist cancels him out. Only 2 members left on the side of NXL. They do not have a lot of weapons. Noisy Boy might do his best to pick up something, but the turret spots him. Door is closed. Gotta be careful. Right behind him, you got somebody, but very cheeky peeker. Vass here going for those paint shells, trying to catch someone off guard, but it does not work. And LEXY waiting for him to drop. And it's just not working right now for the side of NXL.
Yeah, this is down
Egoist.
to a 2 versus 3. Egoist gonna find 1, brings it down to vascalizz. He's gotta be able to find 4 in order to convert this one. It's looking less and less likely. Starts to push on out, gets tagged on down and eliminated. JdFaker's good for the kill. And the 4th round is achieved for the side of SMG. This next round is gonna be incredibly important for both sides coming in here because it's a full buy round. NXL, they need to pull this back together because right now they're being wiped apart by the side of SMG.
I definitely agree with you on that, and this is insane here. NXL, they're to stomp, but look at this flipzjder with an operator. We did see him pull off a highlight play down at split, going for an ace. Let's see if he can rack up something wonderful for his team.
Yeah, this has been going the way of SMG all the way so far. Now it's time for NXL to start pulling things back. No shots have connected thus far into this round, and they really need to start their aggression if you're on the side of NXL. You need to find these picks towards mid. There's quite a bit of utility and usage over towards this mid side as well. Looking towards market, no one's going to be located over there, but if you do decide to push over here towards that door, towards A, things could fall apart relatively quickly due to the positioning of the 2 players on Omen and Sova.
It's still a full roster for both of these teams, but looking at SMG, might be pushing through B, but really important to use that shift. You know, I've had my fair share of solo queuing where I literally play with people who don't know what a shift is. It's always good to have those sneaky plays ready for you.
What does shift do anyway?
Hey, it makes you walk, buddy. Come on.
Are you sure? I didn't know that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, obviously. But we're coming into it now. The attacker Killjoy is down, and they're starting to make their aggression. Vascalizz is good for the first. Egoist falls. Now, the NXL need to get onto the site. Shots will ring out, and nicely done by SMG, starting to open it clear on out. NXL got 12 seconds on the clock for Spike. It needs to go down. There we go. Now a 2 versus 4 retake, and it's looking impossible. Last man standing is flipzjder, and you're just going to have to opt to save.
And there you go, ZesBeeW gets a kill on flipzjder, and that's a free op for the side of SMG. If they managed to grab it, but not really sure if they did. Yeah, it looks like they didn't grab it. Didn't really want to risk those open peaks when it comes to the operator. But SMG right now looking like a different team on ASCENT. NXL not playing as aggressive as they normally should. And right now, it's just punishing for them to look at their eco here. They're just continuously saving. I'm not really sure what they're doing. They're losing a huge lead here. They gotta fight backfire with fire. And it's just Sheriffs and a Bucky and a Classic for the side of flipzjder. So, you know, I'm not really confident in this play, but we'll see. Maybe they can pull off a grand miracle.
Yeah, this will be a miracle if they do pull it off. Actually done, quickly done. ZesBeeW finds the ulting flipzjder and opens up mid. That is worst case scenario for NXL. They desperately needed a pick into this round, but that will not be allowed. Now it's down to this 4 versus 5. SMG do have the man advantage and the weaponry advantage as well because NXL are stuck down on these upgrade pistols and classics.
It's not really working well for him here, and it's punishing, obviously. Instead of SMG just dominating on this map, and if I am to be honest, the smaller the map is, the better SMG plays. And Vas here with the perfect opportunity with those paint shells, just waiting for the entry, tosses it out into B main, pushes himself out of the smoke. Not a smart move, gets cancelled out by ZesBeeW. Then and their Noisy Boy as well from the back, that's got hurt. And only 2 members left on the side of NXL. You've got Nats and left all alone with budimeisteR here. It's not looking good for the side of NXL.
Yeah, this has been rough all the way through. Shots out of it. Nats are good, though. That's going to be an advantageous start for him. ZesBeeW is eliminated. Now, Nats good for another. The trade does come through from Egoist, brings it down to this 1 versus 3. And that's budimeisteR. He's got a Bucky. He's looking to buck on back.
It's got the new Battle Pass skin on that, too, so... Someone's been grinding, but regardless, they know where he is. Oh, that Bucky's got a sting. Get 2K on that, though. Great job, but unfortunately, JdFaker, it was a triple peak. That's honestly murder in itself. But regardless, getting a kill on the Bucky, that's amazing. I know a lot of people don't like the Bucky that much, but that thing actually has one tap potential if you're at the right distance at the right time. But regardless, the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, 0 NXL, 6 to SMG. But regardless, NXL had a save round for the previous one, and SMG right now still maintaining the full by full shields, and NXL right now just leveling up to the same standard. flipzjder not really popping off as he should compared to the previous games. And SMG, they're playing a different strategy on Ascent. It's working very well for them. They're basically split up in the map. They're going for mid control right now. LEXY getting a pick on flipzjder there. Cloudburst onto the smoke, and ZesBeeW playing a very aggressive Jet, might I add.
Yeah, right now, keep in mind, if SMG do pick up this round, it is impossible for NXL to tie things back up into this half, and they've got to do their best to bring it back into the next. So this is a really bad situation to be in, and honestly, they're looking worse for wear. NXL, they do have the weaponry to work with, but they're not able to find an advantage in a kill just yet. The push is looking to be aggressive out of flipzjder, though. He does find one here. Things could work out beautifully for them, but nothing coming out just yet.
Right, they lost their groove, honestly, and the last match was probably really difficult for both of these teams, not to mention overtime in split. So no surprise that some of these players might be a little bit tired. You know, they only have about 10 to 15 minutes to rest in between matches, and it is the last match. So again, as earlier I said that it wouldn't be surprising if we hit game number 5, but it all depends on who has like the tenacity and resilience to last until game number 5. And with that said, unfortunately, flights cancelled on LEXY, back-to-back frags. Time is not of the essence. Rolling Thunder pushes onto side. falfalfal gets caught in a Rolling Thunder and cancelled out by flipzjder. 1 point goes now to the side of NXL. The first we have seen this far in game number 5.
Yeah, nicely done by the side of NXL. Finally putting a round together, something they much needed, trying to not allow them to get to the 7th point marker into this half. If they do, things are going to be feeling really bad into the next, because if SMG can push this even further, it'll be a rough comeback into the next half. SMG, they do have the buy into this round, which is something that they got working for them. They're going to really need to emphasize upon that and really make it work from here on out, though.
Right, and you know, they are doing their best here in the side of SMG. I guess they just lost a little bit of their groove, got a little bit overconfident in the last round. We'll be playing a little bit more careful here, and managed to drive off falfalfal there out of A's sides with those paint shells. And you know, it's really good of them that they don't have the spike committed to anyone, but JdFaker gets the kill on Noisy Boy, though, down in P side. Interesting pick on that. LEXY goes for that boom bot, will not meet anyone, unfortunately, down in Cubby. And Owl Drone being sent out by the side of NXL there. Egoist trying to get a good pick with that wonderful Blast X Phantom. Hard left. Oh, but unfortunately, flipzjder gets the flip on him, and the jump. Vast gets a kill on the flying LEXY. Another kill for Vast from JdFaker. 2 members left on the side of SMG, and it is looking towards NXL's favor. But with that said, ZesBeeW popping off yet again.
Yeah, this is a extremely rough round for the side of NXL. The spike is down, and the only player remaining is budimeisteR. He has to come up huge. He has an angle. Could be able to find one. Oh my god, budimeisteR! Good for 2.
Bad pick on the side of SMG. So unfortunate. They let their guard down the gate. Look at that. budimeisteR waiting for it to come. And perfect timing that both of them entered that lineup. They're probably screaming in their comms right now. That is insane.
That is extremely unfortunate. That is not what you want to see at all if you are on the side of SMG. You're going to have to be playing it rather slow from here on out. The buy isn't going to be the best.
Most definitely. Here's the thing with SMG. You know, they got this huge lead, hoping that they won't choke. And they gotta wake up if they want to get this W. They have a big lead. You don't gotta lose it. But NXL, they've been known to be tenacious. And with that said, look at that. flipzjder gets an early pick onto LEXY down in mid, past Pizza and Markets and Nats. Going for that shock bow, trying to scare anyone off in Catwalk. Unfortunately, no one is there.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of rough when it comes down to it. SMG can hope to take a couple weapons out of their hands, but that's going to be about it. flipzjder's going to find one to ZesBeeW. Now it's down to this 3 versus 5. Not much you can really hope for. Maybe if you can get a spike plant, you're going to be feeling pretty good into the next. But right now, you're just going to have to maybe find 1, maybe 2 frags.
It's going to be really unfortunate for the side of SMG if they lost their groove after hitting practically 6 consecutive rounds. And look at that, falfalfal manages to get flipzjder though, top fragger right now, popping off for his team. NOIZYBOY trying to go for flashpoint. Unfortunately, does not get anyone, but through the wall bang, NOIZYBOY is down. Vas gets a kill on Egoist, might I say, and it is a 3v2, and JdFaker gets Vas. It is not over 2v2. It's budmeisteR going up against falfalfal. It is Nats going up against. This is really tenacious. Look at this in Nats right now, hitting that recon down the tree. Very common spot. And
dodged
JdFaker
around that.
That's some Matrix level stuff right there, if I am to be honest.
Yeah, we're in a 2 versus 2. The rifles are picked up. This is an extremely important round for the side of SMG. The first man to fall is falfalfal, but the shots are good from JdFaker. He finds one. Gets himself a 3K. He's waiting. Oh, that's going to wheedle down the HP on the player. Oh, this could be it. Oh, dear Christ. Nicely done. JdFaker with a 4K clutches it up and claims a 7.
Perfect play on the side of JdFaker. Knows that he was low on health. Instead of going for the wide swing, hit those 2 shock bolts, scared him a little bit, and just kept him guessing. That's some Radiant level type of thinking, if I am to be honest. That was incredible. And again, another point inside of SMG. We've been seeing back-to-back clutches from both of these teams. Not really flawless or full stomp from these rosters. But again, look at this. For the side of SMG, we have already our top 3 popping off ZesBeeW. We also got JdFaker and falfalfal. It's going to be interesting to see how they can keep this up until the ends of the round.
So far, so slow. There are 2 ults out on the side of NXL, flipzjder, and the skills. Just going to be looking to use that to their advantage, but right now it is very slowly played. Neither side going to be opting to push on through just yet. They're going to be playing extremely passive in this round. They know that this one is an important round for both of them. They know that ults have been used and that they're going to be looking for an 8th for the side of SMG. NXL, they need to get themselves a 3rd as quickly as possible.
It's a really cheeky peek we are seeing up here, but they are going for the mid control. Good for the side of SMG, trying to close in as much rounds as they can before they switch sides. It might be a different game once NXL goes on the attackers, but look at that. LEXY gets the perfect pick on that. It's really unfortunate as a Sova. You think it's clear, you try to hit a shock bolt and you get tapped in the head. But right now, we're looking at NOIZYBOY just securing up there in spawn. Will not be greeted by ZesBeeW, and I believe it's falfalfal, but will be greeted by the lockdown here on the side of SMG. Try to secure the site. And NXL trying to scramble on the side, but ZesBeeW gets killed on Vas. flipzjder gets falfalfal. It is a 3v4 advantageous inside of SMG, but look at that. NXL left all by himself. We got our lonesome Omen hiding in Markets. budmeisteR gotta make a miracle if he wants to win this round.
Yeah, budmeisteR's going to be able to find one, but the trade does come through from Egoist, brings about a 8th round to SMG. Right now, this is looking like a clean sweep when it comes down to it from the side of SMG. They're really dominating on their attacking side, and things could get so much worse on their defending. They just need to pull a little bit more together, because once they do, it could end things really quickly. It's an eco round coming out from the side of NXL. They're looking to buy up into the next. Not much you can really hope for here.
Right, it's definitely not practical for the side of NXL to have to force themselves into a save round. It's not working in their favor, but they gotta do what they can to make sure they have good guns for the last few rounds. They will switch sides in... I believe they'll switch sides in about the next round, if I'm not mistaken. So they just gotta do what they can. It's really difficult. But there we go. LEXY again with those very cheeky peeks. Always manages to catch someone and gets flipzjder right as the Blade Storm was up. And we only have 5 people left inside of SMG. Still full roster and only 4 defenders left.
Yeah, we're down to this 3-4 versus 5. The man advantage is had by SMG. And mybumyli should be able to find one here. He does. He's being sprayed down. Oh my god, good for 2. Falfalfal finally does trade it back, but it's already brought it down to a 3 versus 3. The trade does come through from Egoist, bringing it up to the side of SMG. LEXY, good with his rifle, finds one on the noisy boy, and it's now all down to him. 1v3. He has to clutch in order for this to become a 3rd round, because right now, they're edging towards a 9th for the side of SMG.
It's not looking good at all. They only managed to clinch 2 rounds in the whole succession of SMG's attackers.
Oh.
And there we go, LEXY with the gun mismatch gets Noisy Boy with the Oni Phantom, might I say, and just icing on the cake. That was it. And last round before the swap, NXL went for a save round, so they gotta win this if they still want a chance of winning this whole tournament. And there we go, full buy. They really don't have a choice anymore since it's the last round. Good save on the last one, but you know, managed to pick off a couple of the members of SMG, but just not enough. Just barely managed to hit the minimum bar there. I apologize, guys. It's game number 5. It's incredibly tense. These players are so amazing. That's all I can say. But it looks like we have a tactical pause to game. But, you know, what are your thoughts here? Just SMG completely stomping NXL. Is there a chance for NXL to still try and win this?
There is a world in where they're able to bring things together. But it's going to be a very close one throughout the rest of this game that they have to pull together. Because right now, SMG, they're edging their way to 10. They're edging their way to match points. They are currently 3 away from that scoreline. And once they do reach it, it's going to be a desperate struggle from NXL to bring things back. NXL haven't been looking good on this map. It's been extremely rough for them the entire way. Their buys have been scuffed. They haven't been able to get these entries. They haven't been able to get the man advantage almost the entire time. And they've only been able to put together 2 rounds in total. I mean, they were strung together and they put 2 rounds, but they really need to pick up the next 3 in order to bring things to a head. But right now, it's going to be rough for the rest of this game.
I mean, SMG, they managed to get a couple of points for the comeback and actually led the game to overtime and split, but I'm not sure I can say the same for NXL, because when SMG picked up on this groove, they just kept on going, and I guess that's just the tenacity in the side of SMG. With that said, falfalfal already gets a kill on flipzjder right there through the smoke. Got a spray in the side of ZesBeeW. Managed to get a little bit of the damage there, not that much, just a little bit, but right now SMG trying to finish off this round, trying to go for that double-digit lead will definitely give them a big morale boost. And the Owl Drone yet again on schedule, on time, going through catwalk, but perfect timing on the smoke, but it's gonna go through that regardless. They cancel it out. Mid control indeed. Might be opting to go through B here, but if they can't pick off the last 2 members of NXL down there in Cubby, they may be opting to go through A. I digress. Yeah. It seems they will be motioning themselves towards B site. LEXY trying to open up the site, looking for Vas, but all the way back into boat house.
There's the push coming out. LEXY using the showstopper a little bit early here. Gonna be looking for a frag. That should be some damage found. Oh, the return fire! Vascalizz! Oh my gosh, man, popped it immediately. The budimeisteR on the other side of the map will find one. But the frags are coming through thick and fast. Egoist eliminated, brings it down to a 1v2 and 6 seconds on the clock. Oh, nicely done. Vascalizz finds it. It's a rush. Falfalfal looking for him. 1 second, won't be able to do it. And they're clutch for NXL. They claim a 3rd by the skin of their teeth.
Switching sides.
Play of the game, Vas. Just put, oh dear. Just defended it for his whole team, if I'm to be honest, just managed to get that 3K. The refrag of the showstopper, that's insane. I've honestly never seen that on the competitive stage. And just, again, you know, the gate, really important when you capitalize in the boathouse. Because you got 2 entrances on that, but you gotta keep them guessing. Are you in the left or in the right? And that's a mistake that LEXY committed. Didn't really gather enough information yet. Drove Vas out, but not enough to kill him, and gets greeted with a showstopper himself. Regardless, NXL has won another point, and it is not impossible for them to get back onto that number 9, but SMG is not making it easy for him.
Yeah, so far this is going the way of SMG all the way, but it's time to see how this one goes. We've got themselves in a 9-3 situation. SMG are looking to close things out as quickly as they can. They're on the defending side now. It's going to be time for them to pull together this closing finale. If they win this pistol, they're 2 away from match point, and things will be coming to a head. SMG waiting on the site in boathouse. Needs to pull out lock. Falfalfal is good for 2. The trade does come through onto LEXY, but you're not going to be able to do any more. flipzjder quickly good. Finds 1. JdFaker finds flipzjder, brings it down to a 2 versus 3. The retake will be coming out. Now JdFaker and co making their way towards site. Egoist getting very close here on balcony. That smoke is smoking out the site. Nicely done. Shots come out. Noisy way good for 1. ZesBeeW finds the trade. Now down to the last man standing, and the elimination is found. 10 for SMG.
Honestly, the gate not surprising for the side of SMG. These boys definitely know how to handle their pistol rounds, and it always works for him. More often than not, if they don't win 2, at least they will win 1, and that works very well for him. And opening up the second half of this game, look at that, already getting for Spectres and a Bulldog. We are seeing a Marshall on falfalfal. That's going to work very well for him. And full shields, the side of NXL. You know, it's really tricky for him. They're still opting for the save. They know that they cannot go up against SMG, but I have a feeling they know that SMG went for SMGs. But look at that. They decided to go for Spectres, so it looks like they balanced out the game. I didn't expect that from them, but really good decision making on them. They have to win this round if they're looking to win this game. They cannot make any more mistakes. In ZesBeeW, just breaking down the door there, just denying them any type of entry, just giving them like a misconception there, and forces them to try to go through mid. But they are in catwalk. Egoist and ZesBeeW with the perfect crossfire position here. And NXL, they gotta be careful on their entry. They gotta move in together, if not quietly. ZesBeeW, the perfect pick, and he's got us all in the line.
Yep, we're down into the round now. 50 seconds still on the clock. And now it's time for SMG to defend this B site. Looking to play the retake. They have the SMG advantage coming into this one. They're going to need to use it to their best ability. It's going to be very slowly played, though. Now down to 5v5. No one has been able to secure themselves a pick. Nades are being thrown. Utility is out on the site, and the drops are coming through. LEXY not able to find it. flipzjder finds him. The SMG is ringing out from both sides, really making it work. JdFaker and ZesBeeW find it. Noisy Boy does fall, but Nats comes up huge and eliminates them all. Brings a 4th round to the table for the side of NXL.
Great job to the side of NXL there. Just didn't give up on their eco round. They went in for the Spectres. It worked beautifully for them. And that's what we want to see from NXL. We know them for the aggressors. And they did a great job for basically the first 2 matches of this game. They did relatively well in bind. And that's what we're seeing from them now. It's just a lot of pressure on them here. It's a 6-point lead for the side of SMG. And they... no more mistakes are allowed to be committed, but Egoist right here, who will be hiding in the corner down in garage, sometimes referred to as B main. LEXY gets a kill on flipzjder with a classic. Another kill for him, and NXL one by one being cancelled out in B main. An unstoppable force from SMG.
Why would you re-engage? Oh, what? Why? Why'd you do it like this? What was the point? That's 11. They're 1 away from match point. You just gave away almost the map.
That was That was so unfortunate for him, especially going up against Classics and a shorty nonetheless. They went for the save, even though they didn't need it. And it worked so well for them. They were just stuck in there through B main, and you know, NXL, it's a tough battle. They're doing what they can here. And right now, trying to change up their strategy, going for a full push. This time, SMG cannot hold them. Oh, LEXY double kill with the paint shells. JdFaker with the Hunter's 3. flipzjder gets JdFaker though, but NXL left all by himself. You've got budmeisteR again in B main. Ladies and gentlemen, scoreline 4-11. SMG wins this. They are on to match point.
Yeah, this right here is all down to budmeisteR. He has to 1v4 clutch this in order to keep this series, to keep the dream alive, because they're 1 away from match points, 2 away from ending it all. He's given away his location. Shots come out. He's tagged down to 4. Stays alive. Falls eliminate. He's now in a 1 versus 3. Has to hit all headshots extremely quickly in succession. He's going to be wandering around looking for the frags. He's going to be opting to use the Sheriff. He can hit each head. There won't be an issue. Other than that, there's not much you can do.
Got someone waiting for you.
Oop, there we go.
Egoist finishes the deed.
And welcome to match point. SMG at series point. 1 series away from 3. 1 point away from ending it all. Now,
It's
NXL.
been a long battle.
Yeah, NXL have to come back into this half right now, and they have to do it flawlessly from here on out. They have the rifles to work with, but so do SMG, and they've got themselves an AWP as well. This should be the round to remember.
It's an Optigade. OP.
Did I say the wrong one?
Yes, you said the one in CSGO. But regardless.
Oh.
Back into the fray. Look at that. ZesBeeW with the OP gets budmeisteR and Flashpoint right behind him. Oh, ZesBeeW, another kill for him. That is absolutely ruthless. And Egoist right now backing up his buddy. Falfalfal. Look at the closeout this game. It is over.